Hello guys, this is Miguel Olvera. Today is day 96 of the 90-day challenge overtime for the law of attraction. Today I want to talk to you about stinking thinking. Yes, this is from Zig Ziglar famous seminar, and it's stinking thinking. So let's get started. Welcome back guys, this is Miguel Olvera. Today is day 96 of the 90-day challenge overtime for the law of attraction. Today we have a very important topic to discuss. Today we have this topic called stinking thinking. A number of years ago I was fully learning, or I took Zig Ziglar's teaching and I was studying very religiously, and I wanted to make sure that I share this with you because I think it's one of the most profound things that I learned from Mr. Zig Ziglar, rest in peace. But I want to make sure that I share this with you because it's very crucial for what we're talking about here for the law of attraction and what we discussed about yesterday in terms of attitude and what we need to do to serve others. So we discussed before what attitude was. Attitude is nothing more than a composite of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. So if you keep that in mind, and every time I mention that word attitude, and you just realize what attitude again, it's your thoughts, feelings, and actions, you are gonna understand better what I'm trying to illustrate. When I do this, I want to make sure that you guys see every time that I illustrate thoughts, feelings, and actions, do you understand that every time that we talk about the mind, again, the mind is not in here. I know I point out here's the brain, but I just want to make sure that when I do this, that you guys understand that I'm trying to point out this. I don't like to be looking at the blackboard or at the chalkboard. I would like to talk to you guys better. So I hate to give my back to you when I'm speaking to you. So that's why I use that. So your attitude is just a composite of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. And whatever you have that, whenever those three are in line, you have a result. Okay? So if you hate your job, what's your attitude towards your job? What is your thought, your feelings, and your actions when you are at work? If you hate your income, what is your thought, feelings, and actions? What's your attitude towards it? If you hate your relationships, what's your attitude towards that relationship? What's your thought, feelings, and actions about that? So, if you really, really hate, and you're thinking about how much you hate your job and how much you despise working there, okay, guess what? You're thinking about the negative stuff. You have a stinking thinking. Instead of thinking positive, you start thinking negative. So you have stinking thinking, so you're finding all the negatives about being in that job. So guess what? You're going to find everything that is wrong about that position or whatever you're doing in your company. Because you're looking for it. You're focusing on it. You're focusing on the negative. You're going to find more of that negative information. You're going to find more things that are wrong in your company. And guess what? You're going to feel that you don't belong there. That you are, wasting your time. That you are, definitely, can progress there. So then what's going to happen? When these two are in line, what's next? Yep. Your body is going to start doing and behaving in certain way that's going to give you a result. What is the end result if you have all that going on? You might end up getting fired. Okay? You might lose your job because you have that stinking thinking. Now, I'm pretty sure that we all of us had in one time a place or a job that we all hate. But for the time being, I'm pretty sure that job helped you pay some bills, survive for a little bit. I know there's some places where you really, really hate because they mistreat you, or there's definitely something really wrong about the company, and I don't want you to stay there if you don't have to. But most of the time, we are there, and that job is just providing for us something to survive, okay? That's why we're here. We want to make sure that we utilize that tool. Make sure that you utilize that job. I don't want you to quit tomorrow, okay, or today. I don't want you to say, you know what, I quit, I'm out. No, I want you to utilize that, but I start thinking about what can you do to increase your productivity. What can you do to make your job better? What can you do to get a better job? A better, increase in pay. Most of us hate our jobs because either we're not treated fairly or we're not paid fairly. So once again, going back to what we discussed yesterday, what are you giving in return for your paycheck? What are you giving in return for all that, the benefits that you're receiving, medical, dental, whatever benefits you might get? What are you giving in return? You think the job that you are doing, whatever it is that you are helping or providing for the company, is it enough? If you were your own employer, whatever you are doing, honestly, whatever you're doing, is it okay for the money that you are receiving? Don't need to answer that. Answer it to yourself. Don't tell me. Answer it to yourself. And I bet most of us are not doing enough for the compensation that we receive. If you're doing more, great. If you're not being recognized, that's the problem then. Then you probably need to, search someplace else because you're definitely not being recognized. But for the most of us, and me included, I have done it. I have, not given enough for the compensation that I receive. So I know that I had to do certain things for me to progress. And I have to, show it that I am worthy and I am, I definitely deserve every single penny that I get in my paycheck. It is the same thing with your income or with your relationships. What are you doing? What are you giving to your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend? What are you doing for them? When you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship right there to give. You're not there to receive. If you're thinking about it, you got into a relationship to receive something from the other person, or better yet, expect the other person to make you happy, you are in the relationship for the wrong reason. You're supposed to be in a relationship to give to the other person. Don't expect the other person to make you happy. Again, you're living from the outside in. If you're expecting your boyfriend, girlfriend, and again, I'm going to put the C for circumstance, but this could be your boyfriend, girlfriend, or wife, or husband. If you're expecting this other person to make you happy, well, you're in it for the wrong reason. You don't need that other person to make you happy. It's your responsibility to make you happy, and we've been talking about it for all this time. We've been talking about it for the last 95 days. How? You need to live from the inside out. You create your own happiness. You are responsible for whatever you feel. You are responsible for your job. You are responsible for your income. And you are responsible for your relationship. If your relationship is going down the drain, look yourself in the mirror. What are you putting in to this relationship? Don't blame the other person. Now, if the other person is beating you up and treating you bad, then that's another story. But if you're expecting the other person to make you happy, then you're in the wrong relationship and you are in it for the wrong reasons. So that is what we described the case of stinking thinking. I remember this and I wanted to share it with you because I was watching an archive video that I have from Zig Ziglar, and he gave an example of a person who hated her job. She wanted to get a one-on-one conversation with Mr. Zig Ziglar and see what could he do for her. So he started giving her tips on what to do, and this person, was not even putting an effort into writing these things down. Zig Ziglar asked her, pull out a piece of paper and a pen. I'm going to give you 10 things that you need to do. This person goes like, well, I don't have a piece of paper or a pen. Why don't you just give them to me? I'll try to remember them. Zig Ziglar said, you know what? Forget it. You're not even coachable. That's one of the things that I want to make sure. Remember at the beginning of the 90-day challenge, I told you that teachability index. Some of the things that you have to be teachable. You have to have an open mind. You have to take the information, use your reason or intellectual factor and see if the information that you're receiving from me, from anyone, can help you reach whatever goal you're trying to reach. So she wasn't being coachable. So definitely Zig Ziglar said, you know what? Forget it. You're not going to follow my advice. He just turned around and started to leave. That's what the lady said. Wait. So she pulled out a piece of paper and started writing all the things down that Zig Ziglar was telling this lady to do for her job. One of the things was like, you're getting benefits, right? Yes, you're getting, a nice paycheck. Yes, you have a vacation plan. Yes, he started pointing out all the positive things that she was getting on her job. So she was trying to transform this person's thinking from negative to positive. So then Zig Ziglar asked her to repeat all those positive things that she was getting from her job every day for a week or for a month, I think, something like that. And at the end of the week or at the end of the month, Zig asked her to come back and see him again. At the end of the week and at the end of the month, everything changed. Why? Because she was thinking negative. Once Zig taught her how to start looking for the positive in everything changed for this lady. And that's exactly what I'm trying to illustrate here, guys. We all suffer from a case of stinking thinking at one time or another in our lifetimes. The problem, or the solution actually, is we need to be aware and we need to correct it. Once we start doing this, start looking for the negative on everything that we have or surrounds us. Hopefully, guys, this made sense for some of you. If you have to rewatch this video, please do so. If you have any friends, relatives, or neighbors that you think will love to know more about themselves and you think they will benefit from this, let them know. Turn on your post notifications up here and down here for Facebook and YouTube, up here for Instagram, and make sure that you share, like, and follow. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you are following me. We have a few more days left. We have all the way into day 120. So make sure that you keep on following me. I'm giving you the best that I got. This is a little bit more in depth of what we discussed for the first 90 days. And I want to make sure if I come out across a little too aggressive, I want to make sure that, that you get it. It's not my intention to insult you in any way, but I want to make sure that you get it. Again, at the beginning of this overtime, I told you that I was going to get more in depth and I was going to become a little bit more aggressive in my delivery. So thank you guys in terms of being with me for this last 11, 12, 13 minutes. And thank you for being with me for all this time for the last 95 days. It's been a pleasure. Make sure that you stick around because there's the best to come. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the mind again. I'm going to get more in depth in that. And I want to do a quick revisit of the mind, because whatever's next is going to make you a better doer and a better person to bring into your life whatever you want to manifest for you. So thank you very much. Don't miss tomorrow. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.